Happy Easter in your Easter bonnet. Do you know that song?
No.
With all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest lady in the Easter parade.
Is that like an Easter, like, church song?
No, it's like a children's song about Easter. But when I was a little kid, I can remember going to church on Easter Sunday. First the Easter bunny would come, and then you would go to church, and then like everybody dresses up on Easter in church. Is it the same way in Venezuela?
I don't remember. We didn't really go to church in Venezuela. Like me as my my family.
Your mom goes to church like every Sunday here, though, right?
Yeah, here.
But yeah, so like, and all the ladies would have their hats on, their Easter bonnets, their hats, big hats and stuff. And all the little girls would have their Easter hats on.
What was your hat like?
I didn't wear a hat, but I always wore a suit, a little suit and tie to church. Khakis and a blue jacket, typically. Have you ever heard of Creaster? Creasters? Creasters are like Christians that go to church on Christmas and Easter. I think that's what it's called. Somebody will correct me below if it's not. They just go to church on Christmas and Easter. So we're going to Alex's mom's house for a barbecue, and it's raining. And we were just saying that it always rains when we go to his mom's house for a barbecue. I told them last night that they'll like cook out like all this meat.
I don't think they're gonna do that today, though.
Oh, they're not doing that?
Yeah.
But I was telling them about wasikaka. Wasakaka, which is like, is it like avocado?
It's like a guacamole like sauce, but it's not like guacamole.
It almost kind of does look like, though it sounds like it, but like wasabi a little bit. It kind of looks like it.
Looks like wasabi?
Yeah, that color.
The color.
But it's a little chunkier. It's kind of spicy.
Is it?
Don't you think so? And then yuca. Yuca. I love that. It's my favorite.
Oh my god, like my friend was telling me last night that that place, Livering, whatever, that he was saying like they had like fried yuca there, like it's one of like the sides. I'm like, shut up.
Okay, since we're getting ready to drive by the street here in a second, can I just tell you that I forgot to tell you all about this, right? So, do you know, like, what's the biggest deal that Melissa and I keep on talking about that we're so spooked out about in Indianapolis? That Herb Baumeister murder case.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I
Sure.
drank your tea. So, you can't say his name, but like, you know who Tanya and I told you that Tanya and I ran into the other night that we saw, that you know too?
No.
Yes, I said he's real tall.
Okay.
Friday night, I said I saw him. I was like, oh.
Sure.
Okay, so anyway, he said we were at a cocktail party 20 years ago at Herb Baumeister's house. He's like, don't you remember we went to a cocktail party at his house? I was like, no, I totally don't remember that at all. And like, Tanya was sitting right there. She was like, you were at Herb Baumeister's house? He was like, yes, I totally remember it. I had a halter top on and everything. I was like, what? And he was like naming off people that I was with, and like all of a sudden it like came to me and I could see myself like sitting, like, it was the weirdest thing. Like, I just have like an image of it, but like I don't really remember it. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
It's super scary.
Like at that house?
Mm-hmm.
Was he hosting it?
He said he bought us a round of drinks and then
The killer guy?
Yes, and then had us to his house for a cocktail party.
Oh my.
And then Tony got
No wonder you're so connected to the land.
Shut up. Alex doesn't buy into any of it.
No.
He thinks Melissa and I are foolish about it. Well, he and Jason both kind of think we're foolish.
I don't think you're foolish. I mean, if you kind of like...
Alex doesn't believe in spirits, ghosts, psychics, any of it. He doesn't believe in any of it.
No.
But you do like scary movies, which is funny. But you know...
I think that, like, I don't necessarily think that it's like a higher power or like a gift. I just think that, like, you know, some people have like a higher percentage of like what they use of the brain, since like the average human only uses like 5% or 1% of the brain capability. And I just think that, like, you know, some of those people like may have like, you know, a higher percentage usage, but doesn't necessarily mean that like it's like a power. Don't mess them up.
Do you know what somebody said underneath my video when I said I was telling them that we were going to counseling and stuff? Do you know what somebody said?
I do not.
They said the writing was on the wall. I saw it coming, and all of the wolf pack came for him and said that they thought that was mean. Isn't that horrible that they would say that about somebody?
I don't understand what they're meant. Like,
they were saying that we were destined to failure months ago.
Oh, well, I guess we'll find out.
I guess we will. Oh, happy Easter, said Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. But right now we're not, and we were planning a trip to Thailand. Alex was looking up all kinds of stuff to Thailand last night. I said to Tanya last night, I said, do you want to, could you watch the dogs for like 16 days if we went to Thailand? What's funny? And she was like, no, because I will be going with you. She was like, I want to go to Thailand for 16 days.
Well, if she gets to go, we can invite other people too.
I was like, I don't even know that I want to go anywhere for 16 days. Hawaii, Fiji. Do you have any desire to go to like Fiji or Bora Bora?
Yeah. I want to travel the world.
And then we got to figure out what we're going to do with our backyard furniture. Okay, so our neighbors, like...
I wonder if you can get like a sponsorship. And then just have like YouTube video, like just like film like your summer series videos.
Maybe summer series videos, traveling the world. That's actually not a bad idea. But let's just tell. I'm gonna tell you about our neighbors for a second, who are really, quite frankly, the nicest people. They really.
I know. I was like waiting to hear like the commotion about lunch, so I can like step over and be like, oh my god, can I have like a little bite? Since like
they bought like a shit ton of Cracker Barrel, they said, and they thought that was real funny. They're very, very nice. It's interesting though because I think that he is like, does he look like George Bush or does he look like Mike Pence? I can't really tell.
Not Bush.
He's like very political looking. And they don't live in Indianapolis. They live in like southern Indiana, and I think they probably do very well. Very, very well. So anyway, they moved in and bought this condo next to us, and they literally, I mean, they rehauled this whole thing. It is gorgeous inside. I mean, it looks like Cape Cod just like threw up in this entire condo. And they ripped out all of their gardening, and so they like literally have like the most beautiful tulips, and they had this like iron, what was that thing? It was a bird feeder?
I never saw it.
Oh, they have like this iron bird feeder that's like all these different colors and these big petals, and they got it like from the, what they say they got it from the home, what's that place called? The Home Shop, but it's like expensive. Home something.
I don't know, maybe I didn't hear that.
But anyway, yeah, I was talking to them yesterday, and they were like, oh, come over for Easter tomorrow. We're going to have an Easter egg hunt, and we got a bunch of Cracker Barrel, and which I thought was kind of funny. But anyway, they are so nice. And all of their children. I love that look with little girls who have the bob, and then they pull one piece over into like a little barrette, and then they wear like the little like shift dresses that are like, you know, Caroline used to wear those when she was little. They're so cute. Anyway.
You want to go into the service real quick?
No, it looks like it's dead. I didn't mean like that, but that's where David went to elementary school. So are we having like hot dogs and all that kind of stuff today?
I have no idea. I was just in charge of bringing like liquor. They always like stick me with the most expensive one. I'm like, you fucking bitches. Like, so annoying.
Alex, you don't talk about your family that way on
Oh, no, that's
Easter,
how you talk
son.
about your family. How else are you gonna talk?
It's so funny because I was like reading people's Twitters today, and they're like, oh my god, I hate spending time with my family. Well, let me tell you something, okay? My mother is gone and my aunt is gone, and both of them loved Easter. And now that Easter is gone, it makes me sad. But I do remember one of our last Easters.
Oh my god, maybe they can like, you know, now we can say they have risen too.
That is sacrilegious. Don't say that, Alex. My mother would not like that. So anyway, see? But anyway, I remember my mom and I were walking into my aunt's house on Easter, and my mom was always in charge of bringing rolls and deviled eggs, because she apparently can make the best deviled eggs in the world. And my uncle loves deviled eggs. And so my mother had actually a deviled egg tray. Have you seen that tray that we have? So it's like an actual tray that you put like deviled eggs in. And like we're walking in, and my mom like slipped a little bit, and the tray, literally she held on to it, but like went like that, and like all the eggs shot out. My mother started bawling, like literally bawling. Just like, oh my deviled eggs, oh my god, my deviled eggs, my deviled eggs.
I saw like this like meme on Instagram.
I do love deviled eggs though.
I can't remember like what, like where. But they're like, would it be like sacrilegious for me to say a happy like zombie like Jesus Day or something? And I'm like, oh my god, that's so funny. Because like, you know, like he
Yeah.
zombie. You like zombies?
I was actually just going to bring that up when you were talking about things you don't believe in, because this is so funny with horror movies. Alex's biggest fear is zombies. Like, he will not watch zombie movies at all. Like, he's terrified of them.
I hate them. Well, because like it's like I kind of think that it's a possibility, you know. Like I don't like, not that like, oh, like a lightning's gonna strike and then like, you know, people are gonna start like crawling out of like the ground. Like that's, I don't believe in that.
Like when I'm watching The Walking Dead, he like gets so spooked out.
Like I just think that like a, you know, like a virus will just take over and it'll be like virus, like disease based, not necessarily like, you know.
Do you smell that? It smells like like cat spray.
Is it unique cologne?
Shut up! You're such an ass. You bought me this cologne.
What is it?
Michael Kors. It's hot today.
The windows are down.
All right, well, we're almost there, so happy Easter. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Happy Easter. Things are winding down. Here's Liliana fixing her hair.
Hi, happy Easter.
This is my sister-in-law. And she's making hot dogs. How do you say hot dog in Spanish?
Perro caliente.
And what is this stuff right here? You were explaining this to me earlier.
Salsa de ajo. It's garlic, mayonnaise,
And this is what you eat in
cilantro.
Venezuela on hot dogs?
Yes, with hot dogs and arepa.
Arepa?
Yes.
Okay. And then see, everybody's out here and it's crazy outside. And I don't understand anything that's going on. It's not fair. You guys keep on.
I'm sorry for you. I feel the same when all the people speak English. English.
We're in this together though, right?
Yes.
So it's been a good Easter. The kids had an Easter egg hunt. There's like 30 Easter eggs still outside. And I was gonna show you, my nephew, Sebastian, is like walking for the first time. Oh, you can't see him because my brother-in-law, Carlos, is out there with the kids. And he's holding Sebastian, so. And I think we're gonna leave in just a little bit because I want to take a nap. So, anyway, that's about it. What are you doing? Why are you covering my face? Here's my nephew.
¿Dónde vas tú? Take it. No, I can't.
He wants to go swimming. Aww. Sebastian, are you having so much fun? Are you having so much fun, honey? Aww.
And you don't see. Ay, qué rico.
Somebody asked for me in the Snapchat. They said, this is the beautiful background we want to see. So I thought, okay, well, here you go. He's about to fall. Alex doing beautiful snaps.
You're in my picture.
I am?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Like I wanted to be. Come on, like you guys are in my background.
Oh, we're in his background. We better move then.
Ay, eso. Sebastián.
Sebastian. Where are you going? Where are you going, honey? Oh. Go to your Tio Alex.
Sebastián.
Oh, come here. Come here.
Uno, dos, tres, ya vénganse pues.
Okay. Oh, there we are. There we are. There's your Tio Alex snapping away. Woo! Do you see yourself? Who's that? Is that your T.O. Peter? Yeah. You want to take another picture with him, Alex?
Yeah.
Hold on. Here you go. Hold on. Uh-oh. This is what Alex and I would look like if we were dads. Oh my god, like you're like... He wants to take just an uncle picture with him. He just keeps on falling down. It's hard being a kid, isn't it? This is my crazy family behind us. Whose birthday is it? You got in blue? There's my brother-in-law, Carlos.
Is it a picture or what?
No, it's a video.
What's going on? This is me, Carlos, representing, baby.
Representing Venezuela.
And baseball.
Did you win?
Hell
Did you win
I
today?
fucking kill that shit, man.
What was the final score? What's the final score?
10-8.
10-8.
10-8. I make the last out, baby. Matter of fact, the last out, but I make 2009 inning.
But you killed it.
Most
By
definitely.
2 points. Look how tall Carlos is.
When I jump.
YouTube. You on YouTube. Carrie, Danny, Lucretia Marie, you're on YouTube right now. Pause up forever, Josh, oh my gosh, just Jimmy, pause up forever, Josh, oh my gosh, Monica Brooks, Sarah, Anita, Carrie, Catherine, Bree, Alexander, Josh, Katie, CG, Leroy, Chris Styles, Pom Pom, Kelsey, Melissa Rocks, The Dystopian Dollhouse, Sarah, Katie Cat, Rebecca, Sergius, Nicole, Kaylee, Ashley, Tammy, Danny, Natalie, Nicole, don't guess me, says Nicole. Aaron, Elizabeth, Katie Cat, Spare Cat, Tammy Johnson, William, oh my lord, Mandrisa, Sergius, Danny, Beakskin, oh my lord, I can't, Scottish Sharon, Tanya, Ela, lock your doors, Rudolph, Nikki, Jean, Melissa, Anita, Min, Jackie, Kelsey, Bella San, and Sergius. All right. So as you can see, I did a YouNow stream. Hey, you guys. So that was my YouNow stream. But I actually got off there and had to deal with some stuff because I just listened to Lady Gaga's new song, which, oh my God, I love. The Cure, have you guys listened to it? Oh my God. Love it so much. But... so I don't know if you watch my live streams on YouTube or on YouNow, but like this doesn't happen when I am on YouNow. It happens on YouTube, and I'm gonna have to go in there and just figure out a way to disable people being able to chat because I can't be in there to moderate it, and I'm not gonna have a moderator do that. But it got very serious tonight. People were threatening Alex and I's life. And talking about very specific ways that they were going to hurt Alex, and I'm not okay with that. So yeah, that'll be real fun. Tomorrow I'll get to talk to my attorney about that, who is very well versed in internet law and cyberbullying, because I've had to deal with that a lot in the past. And yeah, so probably talk to the police about that. And I also don't think that it's safe for me to continue to sit at the same place when I'm not at home doing my YouNow streams anymore. I think it probably would be better for me to kind of like be mobile. Which is sad, you know? It's really sad to me that people's anger and hate like consumes them to the point where, and I'm sure it's probably some, you know, I don't know. I just don't understand that. It breaks my heart, you know, that people are so full of anger and hate that they would say those things, you know? So I'll just address it and we'll move on. I mean, I don't think every YouTuber gets it, don't they? I mean, like a lot of YouTubers do, so. It's interesting because like so many friends of mine that are on YouTube that have been on YouTube for a while are like, just don't engage in it, you know, like just don't engage in it. But it's hard when somebody's saying some very personal things about you, you know, and anyway, I had such a great day today. It was such a good Easter. It was so fun. You know, Easter's growing up for me were like very pretty. I don't know really how to explain it other than that, but like, you know, church on Sunday, I was talking, you know, earlier with Alex about that, and then like, you know, like the Easter bunny in the basket, and then we would have a big dinner at my aunt's house, like a brunch, and then, you know, we would go home in the afternoon, and I can remember, you know, my mom would always like take a nap or read the paper. My mom, I just remember, I don't know why I just remember this. My mother, every day of her entire life, read the newspaper cover to cover. Do you guys still do that? Are there people out there that still do that? She read the paper cover to cover every day. Always the obituaries first. And I would be like, Mom, why do you read the obituaries first? And she'd be like, well, if somebody died, I need to know so I can go to their funeral. And, like, I feel like there are some, like, missed traditions that we've, like, not passed down from generation to generation. Like, my mom's generation, and I think the one before her, like, if somebody passed away, no matter how well you really knew them or neighbor on the street, like, you would, like, you know, take them, like, cinnamon rolls or, like, bread or, like, a casserole covered dish, you know, down with a card and just let them know if they needed anything. And, like, I don't think we really do that as much anymore, you know? And I, for a long time, really had a hard time going to funerals, and it wasn't personal. Like, I didn't have a hard time going because, like, I can't handle funerals. I know a lot of people are like that. That's not my story. Like, I don't have a problem with that. I felt very intrusive, like I didn't know that person well enough or something, you know what I mean? And I had a really good friend of mine a couple years ago that I had worked with. I'm like, do I want to tell a story? This will get me emotional. But I had this friend of mine that I had worked with years ago, and then, and he was younger. He was in his 20s, late 20s. And then he, like as a side job, he owned like a housekeeping business, and he cleaned Alex and I's house, and he, just a really neat guy. And I saw him like on a Tuesday, and I was really close with his family, his parents too. Neat family, and super neat family. I love them. And he had, like, I'd seen him on like a Tuesday, and he got like a really bad cough, and he told his mom like on Wednesday that he didn't feel well. And at that time, he was like still living at home. He had like lived in an apartment, then he had moved home for a while to save some money and stuff. And so like they got him like an antibiotic because they thought he just had like a virus or something on like Thursday or Friday. They got him the antibiotic because he wasn't feeling any better. He was just really, really tired. And then on Monday, he woke up and he told his mom that like he had a really, really horrible headache. And he was like crying, and he was like, Mom, I need to go to the hospital. Like I hurt, it hurts. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. She just kept on saying. And so he went into the hospital on Monday. And I guess like within minutes of being in the hospital, like they found out that he had meningitis and was on life support. And his mom, I'll never forget, she called me that afternoon on Monday, and she was very calm, like a woman of really strong faith. And she said, I had actually gotten up and gotten a message from her, and she was like, Peter, could you please give me a call? I need to talk to you. And I thought it might be about something else. And so that like maybe he didn't want to come, and like I think he was supposed to come that day and clean or something, and I knew he had been sick, so I thought, well, maybe he just had his mom call or something. So she called me, and I had gotten up, and I remember I was like, the dogs were like on the bed, and I was like playing the message in the other room, like, you know, I like hit the message and then like walked into the other room to get my clothes because I was getting ready for the day. And I heard his mom say, you know, like, I need you to call me, it's very, very serious. And so I called her, and she said, he's on life support. We've it was in his lungs and it went to his head. There's really nothing that we can do for him, and so we've decided to take him off life support tomorrow. And you know, if you'd like to come and say goodbye, please come by this afternoon. You know, it would mean a lot to him. And I'm so weird about like being really intrusive in people's lives. You know, like, oh, that's a private family thing and whatever. And I said that to her. I said, well, this is really private. I shouldn't, you know. And she said, oh, no. You mean too much to us. Please come. And I got off the phone and I called Tanya and I said, and Tanya is always such a hard stone for me. I mean, that woman is so strong. She's one of the strongest people I've ever met in my entire life. And I said, I can't go. I said, I can't say goodbye to him. And she said, yes, you can. She said, you'll regret this if you don't say goodbye to him. She said, he was a really good friend to you. She said, he was an amazing friend to you. And she said, you owe this to him. Go do this. And I think sometimes you need friends in your life to tell you what you need to do, you know? She said, Peter, she goes, go. I said, I don't have anything to wear. She said, it doesn't matter. They don't care. She said, just throw something on and go. And I went, and he was in the same room, in the same intensive care room that my mom had been in. And his family was like in a room, like before you like walked in there, they were all in there. He had like a brother and a sister. He has like a brother and a sister. I walked in, and I was just kind of standing there, and his mom saw me through like the, you know, the window in the door, and she came outside, and she like gave me a hug, and I just collapsed. And she said, it's gonna be okay. She said, he loved you so much. And I said, I should be consoling you. I should be comforting you. And she said, oh, she said, we comfort each other, you know? Such a great mom, such a great woman. And she said, are you ready to go see him? And I said, yeah. And so we walked down there, and his boyfriend was there, and his boyfriend like gave me a big hug and said, come on in. So they gave me a couple minutes to sit down there with him, and they were like, take as long as you want. And I sat down next to him and held his hand, and it was just like, it's like, you were such a great friend to me. Thank you so much. You know, he died on his 29th birthday. Life is so short, you know, like really, it really is short. And powerful, you know. I was watching my nephew Sebastian today as he was like trying to walk and kept on falling down, and I thought, what will his life be like, you know? Like, who will he fall in love with, and who will his friends be that he laughs and cries with, and, you know, what will he be passionate about, and what will he want to do with his life, and where will he go to school, you know, and, you know, will he play baseball like his dad, or will he, you know, be an artist or a dancer, or... And I didn't go to my friend's funeral. I went to the viewing. And I had planned to go to his funeral, and it was really early. And I woke up and I thought, I can't do this. I can't say goodbye to my friend. Can't say goodbye to another friend, you know? I wish I had gone. I talked to his mom later and I told her, I said, I feel so bad I didn't go to his funeral. You know, what a bullshit statement that is. And she said, you think he cares about that? He doesn't care about that. And I had actually talked about funerals, because I love talking about funerals and like what I want at my funeral and all that kind of stuff. And he said to me, he said, you let my parents do, if they ask, he was like, you let my parents do whatever they want. He said, I don't care. He said, I'll be gone anyway, so whatever makes them happy. Isn't it weird how you remember like small things about people when they're gone, like just a laugh, like just like like I can just see him there like laughing, and he used to laugh at me because I had these like leather Ugg boots that I would wear in the winter. They were like dark brown leather, not like the suede like everybody wears, like this leather. I don't Ugg boots. I wanted a pair so bad like 12 years ago, and so I have these Ugg boots, and I only ever wear them when it's like super snowy outside and I just want to, you know, take the dogs out or whatever. And he would be like, those Ugg boots are so gay, Peter. They are kind of, but such an amazing person, you know? I truly can say that he was one person I know that like never really did any harm to anybody. It was just like never gossiped, never said bad things about people. He just was a really good person, you know? There's something to be said about being able to walk away from your life at 12 or 29 or 40 or 60 and say that you never really put any harm into the world. I think that's a pretty powerful statement, don't you think? I didn't think I would be talking about him at all tonight. I don't even know what made me think about him. Love you though, buddy. I love the stillness of driving around and talking to this camera. It's become like one of my favorite things. Somebody said yesterday in the comment section, they were like, or on a Snapchat they sent me, and I didn't take it as a, you know, like as a negative thing. I thought it was constructive criticism, but like they were like, oh no, they said it to me today. I was like sitting out there like taking a picture, and they were like, these sceneries are the things we'd like to see in your vlogs. And I was like, okay, I mean, I can do that, you know, but like, and it's interesting because I've been watching a lot of other vloggers, and like the things that I get interested in them are like stupid things. excuse me, like, when they show, like, what they bought at the grocery store, or, like, the products they use in the bathroom, or just stupid things like that, right? Like, I don't know why, like, I watch these YouTubers or vloggers, and, like, I just, like, do you guys do that? Like, you, like, somebody, oh my God, this was the funniest snap today. Somebody sent me a snap of Dr. Pepper chapstick, and she was like, now where have I seen this before? People are always like, you're so kind to respond to all the snaps. You guys are so kind to send me the snaps and the tweets and the direct messages and the, you know, the emails. I love it. I mean, it makes me happy, you guys. Like, I don't think you realize, like, you know, in 12-step programs, we talk about sponsorship a lot, and that, like, if I'm sponsoring somebody, I get more out of that than they do, you know? And I think what you guys don't realize is I get more out of the comments sometimes and the feedback and than you do. Like, really? Like, I really do. You know, and not just the positive ones. I mean, the ones that, like, make me really sit there and think about things, you know? Like, not if they're said in mean ways. Like, you can give somebody constructive criticism and not be nasty about it. And I try to do that. But I think, you know, to say, like what's something that's, like, what that woman said to me today. She was like, you know, these are the scenes that we like to see. You could put these in your vlog. And I think that's absolutely correct, you know? Like, if this is what you guys want to see, I'll put more of this in the vlog. I think that's so true. Started watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion tonight. I was like, no, you need to wait. We're gonna watch that together. I want to watch that with you. He was like, okay. But I do love the stillness of driving around. I just love the stillness. It's like, I would love to live way out in the country, like where the stars are so bright. Like, I remember so my ex is from Seymour, Indiana, and, like, it's out in the country, kind of, but, like, there are parts of it, like, I'm looking up right now, there's no stars, you can't see a star, right? But it's clear, it's not cloudy, but you can't see a star, and I'm not even close to the city. I'm kind of like, here, I'll show you. Like, I mean, I'm, like, out, kind of, see? So it's not like I'm, like, but there are no stars, and look at this shirt, keeps on riding up like this. That is not attractive. Peter Jean, you need to get a new sweatshirt. But anyway, like, I can remember going to visit him, you know, like, the first year that we were together, because he stayed down there and then he moved up here after his first year. And I'd just be, like, mesmerized by the stars, because we would drive around the country at night together. I'd just be like, oh my God, they're, like, right in front of me. You know, it's like when you go to the Caribbean islands and they're, like, right there. It's like, because, you know, there's, like, no, like, electronic light or whatever you call it, you know, like, it's just, like, mostly just, like, dark, you know? And I would love to live out in the country in some cute farmhouse, you know, and have 15 dogs and a pot-bellied little baby pig and chickens and all that kind of stuff, and just sit outside at night and read. But true story, like, let's just be for real on who Peter is. If I did, I'd be terrified. Like, I would be out there just knowing some murderer was coming to get me. Like, I would. Like, last summer, if you watch my booktube videos, like, I couldn't sit outside and read Helter Skelter, you guys. I would read 2 pages and swear to God somebody was walking down the street coming to get me. Like, I couldn't. That's why I didn't get through Helter Skelter last year. I was terrified. It was so scary to me. Hi, Teresa. I know she watches all my vlogs. Teresa said to me the other day that she would buddy reads Helter Skelter with me, and I'm like, maybe I ought to think about that with her, you know, like, then I can get through it. But I couldn't sit outside. I love to sit outside and read, and I would, like, in our back patio, I love our back patio, and we're getting all new furniture this summer and all kinds of stuff, but I can't sit out there. It terrifies me. It's right up against the woods. And I'm like, no, ma'am. So funny, because my mom was really never, like, as a fearful person, she was never afraid of things like that. Like, she would sit outside, like, you know, 1 o'clock in the morning, and, you know, when I was growing up, and drink a beer and smoke a cigarette on the front porch, just completely not afraid whatsoever, and, you know, read a book or something. She loved that. My dad's not a fearful person at all either, but I am. Like, I don't know where that comes from. So, well, listen, you guys, I'm gonna get off here now, and yeah, I'm gonna get off here and listen to a little bit of my audiobook. So, I love you so much, and we bid you good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.